Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be studying the buyers, okay? So the buyers, to maintain grounds and to see where the buyers are in control and to see when the sellers end, this is very useful to understand that if you need to pick up some trades, for example, if you want to enter some trades that are in the long direction or the short direction, you need to know which direction the markets are headed to begin with. So this core concept is going to touch base on just the buyers. We're going to go through the buyers, we're going to explain it, and then we're going to go into some practice modes of looking at different examples, okay? So this is a chart of USD Japanese yen on the weekly chart, okay? I chose a very big time frame. We'll go into random time frames as well to show you that this concept holds true in any time frame. Okay, so when we're looking at USD yen here, to first focus on the buyer, we must look at the seller ending. Now, a sell or a downtrend happens with lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then rollover. And then the uptrend is usually higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and so on and so forth. So we look for the turn to happen into the market. Now, the moment the turn happens, that is the spot that you have to mark as that's the turnaround point. Okay? That's the breach, this whole area here. That's the breach. So you're going to keep that in mind and be like, okay, if that's the breach, anything above that is all buyer's territory. Okay? It's not seller's territory, it's all buyer's territory. So let's take a look at this. Let's go forward. Okay? The markets keep rising, and look at how the sellers are coming in. Now, this is a weekly chart. So when you see stuff like this for 3 weeks or 4 weeks coming down, a whole month, the market's just dropping, people jump in on the sells without getting an understanding of, wait a minute, this is the buyers are still in control of all these pairs. So we want to keep in the buy mental mindset that we want to be buyers, not sellers. Now, as this happens, we're looking at this area of, okay, so that's our recent high up there. This is our recent low down here. As long as we're not coming down to challenge here, the buy is still on. So we keep going. The market eventually starts to break. Now, this breach might be, did we make a higher high or not? Did we breach above or not? Or is that a faker? Okay, that could be true, that it might be a faker, but that doesn't change the fact that it's still in the buyer's control. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm going to repeat it again. It could be a faker, but that doesn't change the fact that it's true that the buyer's in control. Okay, so this could be a range still going sideways, and he's attempting to go long. All right, let's take it further. Okay, and the buyers finally breached. Now that they've breached, you can clearly see this is a breach, and that's a higher high. So this is going to act like the previous lower high. This is the next higher high. So we're going to put the line above here, but this is the breach area. He breached above here, so this is like your support and resistance. But just because it goes below the purple line doesn't mean it's a sell, because we're watching this spot. He can come as low as where the buyer began and still be in buyer's territory. Okay, so keep that in mind. We're going to go into details of all this stuff in the later lessons, but this lesson is for you to master just the buyers. Okay, we're going to take that further down. Okay, he breaches, goes higher. Now, we're not going to count this as a real breach, because notice the amount of time it spent there. Very little. It's as if this buyer just took a small break and keeps going. So we're not going to count that as a breach. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, we're getting some pauses up here. Notice it's all above this purple line and this circle. Buyer's territory. Buyer's territory. Okay, we breach higher now. Okay, so we're looking at a line up here now because of the pause up there. We breach higher, not so much higher. We're going to see if it's fake or not. We're going to put the line here because that's the recent low. And we're going to see, did it really go higher or not? Okay, it's maintaining grounds. And it's coming back in. Notice he's coming back in to challenge the same low. Has it switched yet? Has it switched yet? Has it switched yet? Has it switched yet? Nope. Still buyer's territory. It's challenging that area again and again and again. There we go. Now the breach has happened. It is now turning over to be on the sell side. Okay, so that is the example here on USD yen on the weekly charts. let's head on to some examples, some more examples for the buyers.